I'm 57, and just 10 months ago, at the age of 56, I lost my job. It's been a long 10 months, but I've been working on this channel. But something happened to me yesterday, and it kind of brought it back to me again. And it was a simple thing. I just saw a notification on my phone, and it was from LinkedIn, and it wasn't a direct message to me or anything. But I thought, I haven't looked in LinkedIn for a little while, so I'll check. And I went in, and with it being the month of April now, my former employer would typically make the promotions in April. And there they were, a list of my former colleagues, the ones that had been promoted. And it brought back that feeling again of when I lost my job, and as I said, 10 months ago. And it was a mixture of feelings. It was kind of like partly anger, but not really. Sadness, strangely enough, missing the camaraderie of my former colleagues. But also a kind of a betrayal, I guess, is the best word I can think of. Because I'd worked for that company for 11 years. When I joined them, I always said there were about 60 employees at the time. They were a startup out of California. And I realized my employee number was 59. So I was the 59th employee. And I saw them grow, particularly in the early days, working long days to accompany the time zones. I was on the East Coast, they were on the West Coast. You'd work long days, working weekends wasn't unusual. And that was kind of expected. We were a startup company. And obviously with that come perks in the long run. And then, the team started to grow and eventually got up to towards 1,000 employees at the time of my departure. And you can't help but thinking, after 11 years of working for a company, for identifying with that company, putting all that time into that company, to be let go all of a sudden one afternoon and not even really see it coming. And it hit me how even 10 months after the fact, it still affected me. And I wanted to share that if it's happening to you, then it's okay. It's not okay, but it's probably what's going to happen. And I also got a couple of messages, comments, which got me thinking. One person in particular, it was a very simple comment, short, but it was blunt in the same way. And it just said, I am 52, I lost my job today, I don't know what to do. That was it. And that comment really hit hard. Because if you've been there, you get it. There's no need for an explanation as to why or the wherefores. That simple comment, you get it. If you've been through it, you get it. And I hope nobody who is currently working does have to get that, if that makes sense. A lot of that's there. But then it also got me thinking, because I replied to the comment, as I try and reply to all the comments, that there really is a need for a support system for people, but not a support system from experts, but a support system from other people that have been through it and maybe are still going through it, and how they've dealt with it and how they've handled it. So ever since yesterday, and I'm not a tech wizard at all, but I've been working feverishly, and I've created, basically on the website, a message board, completely free. We do ask that you sign up, and you will get a verification code in your inbox. And that's only to stop like bots or anybody who may want to go in. Nothing stops them, but it would stop a bot, I would hope. But I want people to join the community and to post in the message board, and let's make it a place where we can openly communicate. I would love to help or not give advice, but share my experience with all of you. And I do that through the videos. But it's impossible for me to do it on an individual basis, although I have done on occasion. But for my own mental health, it's impossible for me to do that. So I really felt there was a need to create a space where people could go and they could just talk, leave a comment. It's a message board. Leave a comment. Hopefully people will come in and give their advice on how they handled it. And I'll be honest, right now it's very empty. As I said, I only just created it. But I will be monitoring it. And definitely in the initial weeks or months that it gets going, I will contribute a lot myself. I will put a lot of my time into that. And I also don't want to take away from the comment section within YouTube. Just want to add that too. So check it out at empowerover50.com. It's under the community tab. And like I said, it's completely free. And it's really a space for people over 50 to come to share their experiences, to help other people. And that's it. And if you want to see the video about the day, or not the day, but the video that I talk about losing my job, I'll leave a link. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and share. Ring the notification bell, all that. Really appreciate it. Cheers.